It is Friday, January 6th. January 6th. 1-6, J6, 2023. I may be talking a little bit differently. I'm still numbed up from going to the dentist. I thought my dental appointment was yesterday, but it was in my head, but not on the calendar. The calendar was right, my head was wrong. Imagine that. So today was the dental appointment. Got some fillings, and as I said, I'm still a little bit numb, so the coffee's not, it'll be going down the side of my face, so I gotta be careful with that. Gotta get a tooth pulled too. Hate it. It's either that or a root canal, and I won't do a root canal. If there's a problem, get rid of it. That's the way I look at it. If you can get rid of it, get rid of it. If you got the money later to do an implant, go ahead and do it. If not, whatever. You're gonna have a gap in the teeth. Is what it is. Just change your diet. It's kind of how you gotta look at things. Make it work, get through. That's really what it is. I had somebody reach out to me last night, that I talk to frequently, and he said, man, how's it in your area? Because everybody I know, they're struggling just to make their payments, utilities, food, everything. It's getting rough. I mean, you hear it on the news, everything's great, everything, oh yeah, we're recovering, and let's raise interest rates some more. Hey, we want less jobs, lower wages. I mean, and he's telling me, hey, people are hurting. They are hurting, because I see the pictures of $10 for a dozen eggs, or what, New York City, wherever it is. Maybe Miss Teen Crypto can tell me how much is a dozen eggs in New York City, because it's getting ridiculous. And I just responded to him and I said, yeah, I mean, it's like that for everybody. I mean, with me, I just look at my own situation, and the utility bills are 50% higher this year than they were last year. And the excuse that is given is that there's not enough energy to meet demand. And so, what that means is, here in Illinois, the majority of your electrical power comes from coal and natural gas. We have these solar farms out here, but I mean, if it's really cold weather, they might not turn. Especially last week or the week before, when it was just ridiculously cold, negative 30-degree wind chills. I mean, a lot of things don't want to work, mechanical things. Natural gas, pretty efficient for what it is. Coal, that does a lot, pretty efficient for what it is. And you look at what's happening with the power plants, what's happening with the refineries, what's happening with all of the infrastructure that allows coal, natural gas, oil to come to market in a state where it can be used. We're shutting that down. We're shutting it down. Illinois wants to go green, and it's the whole U.S. I mean, it's the policy of this administration right now to not use those types of fuels. Fossil fuels. What was it, the Rockefellers first dubbed it fossil fuels to make it seem scarce when it really isn't? I mean, come on. Look into abiotic oil. They want to create artificial scarcity is all they want to do. And they can do that by pinching, like, the refineries. Hey, no more new refineries. Also, you can't refine the fuel to get it to market. And so the price goes up. And so it costs you more money to live. It costs you more energy to live. That's what they want, though. And it's just a shame, because, you look at technologies like Tesla spoke about, and what he wanted to do, it's basically free energy for everybody, using what the earth produces. All wealth comes out of the earth, whether it be oil, whether it be, the Tesla coil that can tap into it, and atmosphere. It doesn't matter. Oh boy, this ought to be good. Something from the government. I'm sure it's going to be helpful. So, you look at everybody's in a pinch. And the thing is, we live in a world of abundance. We have all kinds of fuels that we can use, but that's been shut down. Not saying that we want to continue to extract fuel out of the ground, but it does work. And it does keep people from dying in the wintertime. And until we have these technologies that have been buried, released to the public, then that's where we're at. We're going to starve to death. I mean, people are going to not make it. I looked, there was a think tank out of Florida that said by I think March or May or something, 100 million people in the U.S. will be on Medicaid. It will be supported by Medicaid. 100 million. And you're looking at 100 million is like a third of the U.S. Medicaid includes the CHIP program. I think that's child something, maybe it's, I don't know, for kids. But 100 million people on Medicaid. I mean, what they want to do is create a dependent society. Say, hey, we're going to help you. We're going to give you this. We're going to give you that. Make you dependent. And then drive up the cost of everything. Create more dependency. And then when everybody's dependent, they rug pull you. They'll take everything you've got, put you on the welfare state, and control you. You'll have nothing. You'll love it. And we'll feed you bugs. I mean, that's what they want to do. Now, I think there's a few factions of the controllers, the trillionaire, multi-trillionaires, quadrillionaires, whatever, the families. You know, and there may be some that are more, hey, we don't want to exterminate everybody because if we do that, then we got to go to work. We want them to work and be just happy enough to where they're not going to revolt. And others, hey, we want to kill off multiples of them. You know, and I think there's different factions at play, but I think ultimately they all want to control us. You know, they don't want too many people getting wise to the fact that they really don't do anything and they just use our energy. You know, it's almost like there are lighter vampires and there are darker vampires. That's kind of the world we live in, but they're all vampires. And we're watching the vampire system right now in Washington, D.C. These people, it's funny. I mean, I'd love to see them freaking out. I mean, there's Dan Crenshaw, the guy with the eye patch, you know, he's just having meltdowns. You know, these people, you know, they're holding back progress. I'm not going to get my goodies. I saw one guy out of Florida, a bald-headed guy, in the former military, I don't know, for like 12 years or something. And I kind of read his bio a little bit. It says he's worth $15 million. And I'm thinking, you didn't make that in the military. And it didn't say that he was a businessman or an entrepreneur or anything, just a congressman. And I'm thinking, where did this guy make $15 million? And he's standing up nominating Kevin McCarthy. Kevin McCarthy, he's going to save us. Kevin McCarthy, he's going to be the man that we need to select. And I don't know, I just don't like the guy. Just my impression. You know, he may be a nice guy, but he's seeds of snake. And he's like a swamp creature. That's all he reminds me of, this Kevin McCarthy guy. I don't know. It's been 11 votes now, and he can't secure enough votes to become speaker. And yet he's not going to quit. He's not going to back down. And you can make the argument like Sean Hannity makes, and Trey Gowdy and Dan Crenshaw and all these establishment types that want the establishment to continue. They blame the 20 people in the Republican Party who are not going along. And it's like, going along got us where we're at. And I don't like it. And a lot of the American people don't like it. So I have no problem with them using their power to say no. Well, we're not going to have people appointed to committees. We're not going to get anything done. We're not going to be able to answer emails. We don't have Congress. They're congressmen elect and congresswomen elect. They're not signed in, still sworn in. What are we going to do? Well, I guess we're going to have to figure it out. You know, what are we going to do? Listen, if we think government's corrupt and it's beyond repair and it's beyond hope, gridlock it. Don't let them do anything. Let's just start figuring it out on the local level, taking action. You know, maybe that's the answer. Maybe it isn't the answer. It was funny yesterday, Matt Gaetz out of Florida nominated Donald Trump. He says, I nominate Donald John Trump for Speaker of the House, which you can do because in the Constitution it doesn't say that you can't. So that's a funny one. So there's a lot of the conspiracy stuff going around. Ooh, you know, maybe this is the path. Maybe this is how Trump gets back in office and becomes president. Because the Speaker of the House is second in line. Everybody says third in line, but I think it'd actually be second in line, right? Because if you're waiting in line, you've got the president, who's the president, then you've got the vice president, and then you've got the Speaker of the House. So would you be third in line? No, because the president's already there. You're in line behind the president. I can't even do my fingers. You're in line behind the president. So vice president, Speaker of the House. So actually he'd be second in line, right? I feel like this is a Seinfeld episode where it's second in line, third in line. He's third on the list, but he's second in line. And so it's a powerful position. Again, if you just jumped in and watched half the video here, I got my face is half numb because I just got back from the dentist. So if I sound kind of funny, I'm biting my tongue the whole time I'm speaking. Man, ridiculous. So we'll see what happens with that. I mean, it's just a little bit ironic. Today is January 6th. It's been 2 years since the insurrection and the attack on American democracy, which it's a republic. It's a democratic form of government, but it's still a republic where we have people who represent us. And you've got people in Congress right now representing. Today's a full moon, too. I think right after happy hour. Yeah, today's happy hour Friday. 4 o'clock Central Time, 5 o'clock Eastern Time. And I think the full moon, when I looked it up, it's going to be 5:09 Eastern to 5:09 to be exact. Central Time. So 6:09 Eastern Time. So we may be finishing up happy hour just as the energy of the full moon is in full effect on January 6th. That infamous day. The day that will live in infamy. When we almost lost our republic. Horrible. Just terrible. Yet we have a border that's wide open. And we have people flooding in. And we're worried about a few people showing up at the Capitol. That's going to take away our country. What brought down the Roman Empire? Yeah, you're taught in schools. It was the hordes, the Visigoths, the Goths, coming in and overtaking the capital. I mean, it got too extended. It's much like the United States. When you've got how many military bases around the world? 100,000 troops in Europe right now, most since 2005. You've got the 101st Army Airborne Division in Romania, just south of Ukraine, doing exercises as if they're fighting Russians. 101st Airborne has not been in Europe since World War II. You've got this vast, expansive empire that is the United States of America, the American Empire. You've got this sprawled all over the world, and then you've got people just coming in, unchecked at the southern border. It's a lot like Rome, and a lot like what happened with Rome. It just you got overextended, and it starts frittering away. And it starts getting invaded and taken over. There are many similarities. It overspends. Pretty soon it won't be able to pay its soldiers. And if it does, it's going to pay them in dollars that they print out of nothing. If I were a soldier, I would want gold or silver. Silver, actually, I would want constitutional money. Pay me my silver now. Rick's Weir. Pay me my silver now. And that is what I would demand, because I would not be putting my life on the line anymore for a useless dollar. And the last bill, the National Defense Authorization Act, they gave the military, 4.5% roughly raise in their wage, when inflation, they've stated it, is 7, 8, 9%. It's higher than that, but that's what they're stating. What a slap in the face. And you're going to go defend these people? I mean, pay me some real money if I'm going to do this. Pay me in silver. Pay me in constitutional money. Pay me in Litecoin. At least I know I have it. So that's where we're at. Happy hour today, 4 p.m. Central Time. Hope you hop in there. I won't be numb anymore, and I'll numb myself in another way. I'll be having some spirits. If I had them now, I'd be dribbling whiskey down the side of my face. So we're not going to do that. 4 o'clock Central Time, though, on Litecoin Lisa's channel. It'll also be simulcast on this channel now, because I'm no longer prevented from uploading videos, and that strike that I had about calling out the establishment. Still got the strike, though, so I have to be careful. Don't want to strike out, huh? So I hope to see you there. Hope to see you on happy hour. It's always a good time. I love the people in the chat. Love that you watch. Love that you give your I can't speak, on tongue. Love that you give your energy to it. I appreciate that. Lisa appreciates that. And no, it's good. So tune in. Happy hour, 4 p.m. Central Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Litecoin Lisa's YouTube channel. I'll be having some drinks and probably having a cigar. All right. Love you all. Thanks for watching. Trust yourself. Trust yourself in these times. Very important. Everything's a lie. Everything's a myth. If you think if you're a conservative and you're watching Fox News, they lie. They're not conservative. They just tell you what needs to be told. All of this is controlled opposition. All of these, Adam Kinzinger, Illinois representative, Republican, now on CNN. Give me a break. Nobody likes the guy. Nobody around here likes the guy. People in his own district, his family, don't like the guy. Because he's a sellout to America. But I served my country. I served. There are bad people in the military too. There's bad people in everything. Just because you did something doesn't mean that, you're somehow, better than thou. This guy's one good example of it. Complete sellout to America. I mean, give me a break. Go cry with John Boehner, you rhinos. And it's not spelled rhino like the rhinoceros, R-H-I-N-O. I saw somebody do that. No, it's rhino. Republican in name only, R-I-N-O. Rhino. Okay, that's what it is. It's not a rhinoceros, even though that'd be a good symbol. It should be the jackass for both parties at this point. Jackass. An ass. Mule. Donkey. All right. Hope you have a wonderful day. Friday. Next Friday is Friday the 13th. What does that mean? Foreboding. But trust yourself. Don't trust these people in the media. All they do is lie to you. All they want to do is steer you down the path. Just look at the commercials, in between the news shows, and that'll tell you everything you need to know. That's who's paying the bills. Look at who the advertisers are. Those are the people that are pulling the strings, okay? Once you see that, take note of it. Ask your doctor if it's right for you. All right, hope you have a wonderful Friday. See you on Happy Hour. Trust yourselves. I love you all. Thanks for watching.